Also, talking about landing a job this summer, the keys to making that happen. You're watching Good Day Chicago. All right, 7:14 right now. The unemployment rate here in the Chicago area fell to 9% in April, down from 9.5% a year ago, but that number is still very high.
Extremely high, and there are a lot of job seekers out there, including recent graduates looking for work. Right now, we're going to offer you some helpful tips on landing a job from a top national recruiter. Her name is Jennifer Hill, and we're so happy you're here because just talking to you during the break, I've kind of figured out you have a different take. People don't understand why they don't get hired, and they walk away thinking, I did well in my interview.
Yeah, people just don't have a good grasp of what it is that's missing from their interviews. And the number one thing that I've been telling people is that there are three components that a good trial attorney has that has them win time and time again in trial, and those three same components can have you succeed in your interview. What those three things are integrity, preparation, and evidence. Now, evidence is the most important of those three because most people go into an interview and they'll say, Anna, you should hire me because I'm hardworking and diligent and detailed.
But everybody's saying that, right?
Everybody. Seriously, I'm like, shoot me. It's just like the same thing over and over. Now, the above average person will provide evidence. They'll say, Anna, you should really hire me because in my last position, I worked straight through every single weekend. I put in overtime every night it was required of me, and give evidence of where you increased productivity, efficiency, or performance. I call that PEP. Now, I always say employers want to hire people with PEP. Now, I'm not saying rah-rah, shish-kumbah, cheerleader PEP. I'm saying productivity. I was sitting next to a woman on an airplane lately, and she said to me, Jennifer, I always tell everybody who comes in to interview with me, imagine that I have a sign on my forehead that says, what can you do for me?
Of course, yes.
Probably the right way to look at it.
Okay, so as far as interviews go, you're talking about interviews, but a lot of people, new graduates especially, are like, hey, I would kill just to get an interview. I can't even get into the front door. How do you differentiate yourself, whether it's the resumes, the cover letters, from everyone else that just graduated that's trying to get the same jobs you're trying to get?
That is where an interesting rule that I've come up with comes in. That rule is called the 30-30-30 rule. And if you apply the 30-30-30 rule, the last 10% of your time will be spent interviewing. So the first 30% of your time is the old-fashioned way. Indeed, Monster, Career Builder, applying the old-fashioned way. The problem is that's all anybody does. You need to apply the next 30% of your time leveraging your social network. That's where recent college graduates can far surpass the rest of their competitors, is they can use LinkedIn, they can use Twitter, they can use Facebook. And if you want to go even a step beyond that, start blogging about a field that interests you. You can set yourself up as an expert in a moment by creating a blog. Now, the third 30% is attending networking events. A lot of people undervalue that, but 80% of jobs are found through word of mouth, and if you're an energetic, ready to go, knock them dead sort of recent college grad, and you show up to a networking event with that enthusiasm, you're going to have a chance to really wow people that you would normally not get past the front door because your resume wouldn't get you in there.
If you remember PEP, what you can do for them. I remember it. Okay, but here's the deal, though. You often hear, we talk about this on the show a lot, you have older workers and younger workers just out of college both complaining that the job market is unfair to them. What are you seeing there?
It has nothing to do with age. I have people who tell me all the time, Jennifer, does ageism exist? A very small percentage of companies, maybe 5%, will discriminate based on age, whether it's younger or older. The biggest differentiating factor is attitude. I surveyed over 100 HR administrators in California, where I'm from, and I asked them, what has somebody be indispensable in the workplace? This is for people who want to be hired, as well as those who are already employed. And the number one thing is attitude. If you display a, what can I do? How can I help you? If you make your boss's life and your boss's job easier, you're going to be the one that they're going to keep. You're going to be the one who they hire. So it's all about attitude. I don't care if you're 70. I've placed somebody in their 70s lately. I've placed people in their early 20s. But it's all about attitude. And if you have a great attitude across the board, that will get you hired regardless of your age.
Interesting.
I know you have a blog, because I know people are probably going to have more questions. They want to hear more from you. And we have to go, unfortunately. But what's your blog? You know, what's the address?
Okay, so the blog is blog.jhccs.com, and I have over 150 complimentary articles on there on how, where to find jobs.
All right, we're going to try to get that on our website because I don't think anybody's going to remember that.
I'm going to tweet this out right now. So if you're on Twitter, I'm going to tweet the address.
Okay.
Yeah, but thank you so much for stopping by.
Jennifer Hill, awesome.
Thank you, guys. It's a pleasure.
News you can use.
30-30-30-10 and some pep, and I'm ready to go.
You're ready to go.
Let's do this thing.